Here we are.
Here we go.
Here we
Fresh,
go.
fresh from vacation,
Fresh from vacation, full of fucking stories.
full of stories.
This,
Can't
this,
to
I'm
quote
gonna, I'm gonna lead you to the water today. And then
lead.
when you get to that water, and I finally let you take a sip of it, you're gonna lose your mind.
I thought you were gonna push me in.
Oh, I may after.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Well, I have a question.
yeah,
I have a question
yeah,
first.
yeah.
Uh, are you still Coach Slambino, or is that not gonna happen?
No, it's in the works. We're
Oh,
getting
all
it
right,
going here.
all
We're
right.
in the
I
works. We're in
mean,
the works. A
yeah,
lot of paperwork that has to be signed.
yeah, yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, I assume school's
Yeah,
still going on, but you gotta, you don't
we're getting
want
it
to.
ready. Yeah, we're getting it
Yeah, yeah.
ready.
All right. All right. Second. So the follow up is: are you gonna? Can you buy some red shorts and do some videos as Coach Slambino,
Don't worry.
please?
It'll happen.
No. See now. See now. I know I've got to go
You
buy the
you know
shorts.
you ask for so much.
I asked
Where
for.
do you even find those shorts? They don't even sell them anymore.
Oh, I'll find them. Don't worry. I'll find them. I'll go to every thrift store in town if I have to. I and that'll be the best way to do it because then they're guaranteed not to fit. They're guaranteed to be tight. Oh, you,
Oh yeah.
you
Is
still
that was your only question? Is that all you got?
Yeah, I'm
I was
trying to
ignoring you.
I'm trying to spice up your TikToks because you're still like low
Okay.
energy, no.
No low energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not selling. You're not. You're sitting there. You haven't slid into a bathroom once in a while. It's terrible. I like.
Okay.
I open my TikTok. I see your daily video, and
Well,
I
I
want to.
gotta tell you this.
I'm so bored.
I gotta tell you this
Also,
though.
you're not promoting the podcast, so I gotta come on
Well,
you like that.
so I filmed a whole bunch one day just to get through this little vacation. But
Hmm.
here's the other problem.
Hmm.
So I realized that not all songs can be heard in all countries.
Hmm.
So like some of the trending songs, I don't like them to slide into bathrooms with. Then I found some and I send them over to people over there and I say, hey, can you hear these? And they're like, no, sound's not available. So now I got to find sounds that are available. It's fuck, what a pain in the ass this
Oh
TikTok
my
is.
god, it's
You know,
such.
hold on. While we're at it, fuck them anyway, because once
Oh,
again, we're on. I I counted today.
I know,
Counted.
I know. You're down like two
No,
video.
no, no, no.
You're down like
I'm
two
down.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's something wrong with their app because I counted. I had over when you look at the activity, new followers, and
No.
it tells you, 5 minutes ago I counted over 200 new followers, but the number went backwards to, not up to. There's something
Boring.
wrong with these motherfuckers. Nah, they holding me back. You
Boring.
probably work for them now, and you're like,
Boring.
hey, -2 from him. We don't like him.
I'm telling you, it's because you're phoning it in still. Phoning it
Phoning
in.
it in. No
Phoning it
phoning.
in.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I got to get to the stories from this weekend because it is a
Why are you
uh,
under some kind of time restraint here?
no, it's because I'm excited because the ending is
Are you afraid you're gonna
such a
forget what happened? It was only 2 days ago.
no, the ending is such a shit show that
Literally.
you're gonna love it. You, foreshadowing, my friend. Uh, so first of all, I have a chalkboard wall in my house now, and one of my evil fucking children drew a giant penis on it with the chalk. So I now have a giant penis on my chalkboard in
Why
my
do you have a chalk?
office.
What? Why do you have a
It's in my
chalkboard wall?
office. It's in my office. It's a chalkboard wall now. I can write stuff down.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Somebody
minute.
drew a fucking
Wait a minute.
penis.
Hold on. Rewind everything. You have an
What?
office
I have an office
for what?
for to do fucking working.
You're so fucking ridiculous.
But somebody wrote your mom and drew a giant penis.
So you
So,
wait. You put a. So did you hang a chalkboard, or did you get the
oh
chalkboard
no, I
paint and paint
painted
them?
it.
Oh
Painted it.
God, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
those fucking people.
So yeah, here we are.
Good.
Fucking says your
You
mom with a
deserve a
giant penis
giant
on it.
cock. I hope it's behind you when you have to do your meetings.
I should. I should keep it on the screen from now on. Anyway, all right. So let's get into this weekend. Like I hope you're sitting down. I
So
hope you're ready for this.
so should I now just tell you to write it on the chalkboard?
Yes. From now on, you have any notes? I'll write it on the chalkboard,
Right.
right
And
under
that
the giant
which
penis.
which guarantees you'll never look at the chalkboard.
Right. Right. For
Piece
sure.
of shit. All
So,
right.
all right. So I took the kids to Gatlinburg, Tennessee this weekend. Uh, for those who don't know, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in the Smoky Mountains. There's a theme park there called Dollywood. Unfortunately, it's not open till March. There's a little downtown area. Maybe like a there's a strip of like maybe it's a couple 5 miles long of just like gimmicky shops and go kart places and arcades,
Is there like
kind
a
of like
is there
Orlando.
is there any Civil War stuff like historical stuff?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there is Civil War, historical. Dolly Parton is everywhere. Her big old titties everywhere.
Jesus, dude.
Um, what? I can't say titties.
I
So
mean,
she's
she's
there
she's a
everywhere.
legend. There's no reason to objectify her.
A legend, right?
Legend.
Right. Still looks good for her age, right? She's got to be like 90. So
I don't think she's
anyway,
that old.
weekend starts off. We get there. We're staying at the hotel where we previously uh, clogged the toilet,
Right.
which we talked about last podcast. We were like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny. Maybe we'll see the guy." Blah
Not
blah
only
blah.
did we talk about it last time, but if you listen to it on YouTube, I took the video from the when you clogged the
Oh,
toilet that your vlog and put it at the end of that episode, so you can go. You could go
okay.
if you don't want to hunt it down. Otherwise, you could go to YouTube and listen to the last podcast and zip all the way to the end. And
I like that.
there's the video. That's because one of us goes above and beyond.
Oh, it's not me.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, uh, so we get there,
Yeah.
and there's not a lot of people there, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So we go in, do the check in, and the lady at the counter, very nice lady. You could tell she was new,
Okay.
but there was an old lady there, and Nick's like, "Oh my god, that lady was here like 6 years ago," and she was. It was the same front desk lady from 6 years ago. So
Was it
now
that?
I'm like, "Oh
Was it that
fuck,
long
she's gonna."
ago?
Yeah, yeah, it was before I moved to California.
Hmm.
So and I've been here for 3 years, 5. Yeah, it's been 6 years. So maybe even longer. But anyway, I'm like, oh no, that's the lady that me and Lex had to go tell that we clogged the toilet.
Right.
I'm like, there's no way she remembers me though. No way. Like my hair's in a bun now. I didn't have a bun back then. I'm way fatter. There's no way. The kids are bigger. So she's like the new lady's trying to like do her deal, and she's like literally interjecting every second. I was like, lady, shut the fuck up. Let this lady do her job. Like, so she doesn't remember me. Good. Okay. We go up, put the dog in the room. We got the dog with us. Put the dog in the room, and uh, we head out a little bit. Come back to the room. No issues. Nice. Whatever. We leave again for dinner. We're out for maybe about an hour. I get a phone call. So it's the hotel, and it's the lady, the old lady, and her voicemail cuts out. I can't hear it, and she's like, "This is Pat at the front desk of the DoubleTree," and then it just cuts out, and then it goes for like 30 seconds, no sound, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Thank you." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I call back, and this guy answers the phone. His name is Justin, and Justin's like, hey, I was like, hey, I got a call from Pat, the voicemail, half a voicemail. I don't know what happened. He's like, yeah, you need to get back to the hotel. I'm like, what? He's like, your dog will not stop barking. And I'm like, you're kidding me. He's like, no, we've had numerous complaints. That was an hour ago when you left, and she's not stopped barking. And if you don't come back, like, we're going to have to kick you out. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I was like, dude, we were just about to sit down for dinner. He's like, yeah, you got to come back. So now I'm fucking livid. So, because we kind of got into it on the phone a little bit because he was kind of being a dick. So I get back and we like get back in the hotel and I go up to the floor. Every fucking dog is barking on the entire floor. There's a dog in the room next to us and there's a dog in the room next to that. My dog is not barking. Those two dogs are just like you can tell one's like like a little fucking rat probably, and then the other one was like super fucking deep, like woof, woof. Like my dog doesn't bark like that. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, this dog's not even barking. So like go in the room, like the whole night's ruined at that point. Um, but let's back it up. Nick the fucking dick struck right on time. He was in a great mood till I said, hey, The dog's barking. We have to go back to the hotel. We had reservations at Paula Dean's, which she's a famous Southern cook. I guess you would say she's a
Oh,
cook.
you did
I
make
don't know.
reservations.
You're right. So, but the worst part is you had to wait an hour and 45 minutes. Still, stupid. So,
Wait, you made reservations and still had to wait?
yeah, place was insane. So, when we were doing things like in the area, waiting, because they got a lot of shit over there. The kids went on some like rides and stuff. I don't know. So anyway, Nick was in a great mood till I said we got to go back to the hotel, and he just lost his shit, like just complaining and just whining and calling calling me and Lex all kinds of names because our dog is stupid and I'm like
Oh,
we're about to fucking fight here
it's
in
not
this
his
parking lot.
it's not his dog, right?
Right. He has nothing to do with it. Does he doesn't even touch the dog though. But so he is being like an absolute fucking asshole. Like, I mean, the whole car ride, I'm like, literally, I wish I could just fucking punch you in your face right now and like not get in trouble because I would totally. You're almost 18, like you deserve to be stuck in your face. So, anyway, we get back to the hotel. My dog's not barking. So now they call the room and they're like, "Are you back?" I'm like, "Yeah, dog's not barking." They're like, "Well, we hear dogs barking." I was like, "That's great, not my dog." Dogs in the two next rooms are fucking going to town over there. My dog's not barking. You made me leave my fucking dinner reservations. You told me I go, did you call them? And she's like, yeah. I go, well, the fucking dog's still going. Like the dog was ring, 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 just like through the walls you could hear it.
How'd it go again?
So I'm fucking little, probably a chihuahua. I'm livid. So I'm like, this is bullshit. Like I'm right in Hilton. Like this is insane. You made me like, and the other people's dogs are just fucking. The whole fucking hotel's got dogs barking. And she's like, well, we had complaints and we thought it was your room. I go, because you walked up to the door, and then she started barking. Like, of course. Well, we knocked on the door. Well, what fucking dog doesn't bark when you knock on the door?
Right.
It wasn't my dog barking in the first place. So anyway, I'm pissed off. So the
Mostly
whole night's
because
ruined.
mostly because you didn't get to eat at Paula Dean's.
Hold on.
You were probably
So
well that night. I'm not.
that night,
I'm
right?
not predict.
I was fine.
Don't get the hold on. Wait a minute. Don't be Mister. Hold on. I know how a story fucking goes. I
Oh,
haven't
here we
heard this
go.
story, but I know how a story progresses. I was talking about that night. You didn't go back to
No,
Paula
well,
Dean's,
no,
especially with an
no,
hour and 45-minute wait. So don't
no,
give me that shit. All right, get
no,
off your
no,
fucking
no.
high horse over there. Your stack of cookies you're sitting on, or whatever the fuck.
You have been waiting, probably like you didn't get your opening argument in about how I made you. I told you five, and then it was 5:30, 5:40. I get it. You got to get it out. You got to get it out. You didn't get a chance to get it out in the beginning. Get it out. Let it out. It's okay. You feel better now?
Well, I've
Good.
corrected you. That's all that you needed to be.
Anyway,
You needed to be corrected.
so we don't we don't go back to Paula Dean's. So now I'm like, we got to eat something. So I go down to the little downtown area, and I'm just gonna pick up something and bring it back. Now, Guy Fieri, who is also a famous chef cook, he has a chicken place down there called Chicken Guy, just opened, brand new.
How
Uh,
big is this fucking Gatlinburg that they've got all these
oh,
fucking?
it's huge,
Oh, okay.
absolutely huge. Oh, every
All right.
major restaurant is yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's a big place. So now, mind you, earlier in the day I had a couple drinks, so and I was pretty tipsy. Uh, so I'm tired, I'm grumpy at this point, but I go to Chicken Guy instead. So I go down to the town, and there's no free parking anywhere there. So I had to pay $20 to park just to go get food. Absurd. The only parking they have there is $20 parking.
Mm-hmm.
So I pay my $20. Walk over to Chicken Guy. I get to the register, and I'm already like grumpy, the dog, this, that,
Would have been cheaper to
and
DoorDash that shit.
it would have been. And I've heard of this Chicken Guy place, Guy Fieri. It looks fantastic. And so I get to the register, and they've got chicken tenders. That's their gimmick. Fries, milkshakes, and chicken sandwiches. Now, his sauce menu, probably 30 different sauces you can get to dip your chicken in. So I get to the counter and the guy's like, hey, and I was like, hey, I go, I'm gonna get the tender basket. I ordered a couple of those, some fries, and he says, well, you get two sauces with each. I said, okay, so what do you recommend? And he looks me dead in the eyes and goes, I don't eat here. I was like, what? He's like, I don't eat here. I was like, wait, you don't eat here? He's like, no. I'm like, wait, should I not eat here? He's like, I mean, you can eat here if you want. He was like probably in his like mid 40s. This was probably like some part time gig for him. He was miserable, and he was just like, he was like, I mean, I don't know if you want to eat here. And I'm like, he's like, I don't know, but if you're gonna eat here, you got to order because like there's a line behind you. I was like, dude, you literally just told me that you can't recommend two sauces. He's like, look, I could just tell you, we made the ranch twice today. It's got to be good. This is what he sells me on. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with all you people in this town? Everybody's so miserable. So I get
Well,
lemon
they're in a
pepper.
tourist town. They're in a tourist town. They
Right,
got
but
to
why are
deal
these
with
fucking
they got to
dicks?
deal with all you out of towners asking dumb fuck questions like, "What do you recommend?" That's like the probably
Well, he fucking works there.
the 100th time you get asked that, you give answers like, "I don't eat here," because you want to just
I would have
cancel it.
rather have
You don't
lied to
want to
me and
have,
just been like,
you don't want to.
you know,
Well, any other answer is gonna imply is gonna involve answering it because it's
he wanted no conversation.
right. So that's how he did it by saying, "I don't eat here."
So I
Period.
got ranch. I got ranch because he told me they made it twice today. I
Uh-huh.
got lemon pepper. I got uh, sweet honey habanero, and I got garlic parmesan. So those are the four I got, and whatever I pay, blah blah blah, comes right out. Go back. Uh, I will say these tenders were absolutely fucking gigantic, and they were really really good. The actual tenders were some of the best chicken tenders I've ever had, but the sauces fucking sucked. They
Mm.
were tasteless, no good sauces. Like the French fries were so salty, no good. Chicken was good, the rest no good. Anyway, guy, if you're listening, work on the sauce and the fries.
Should have you should have
So,
you should have buried them. You should have buried them
so it
and
wasn't good.
complain. You're Mister Complain on Twitter all the time about
I
bullshit.
know, but the chicken was really good. Like you could eat the chicken without the sauces. It
Yeah.
was that good of
But I'm
chicken.
sure Guy Fieri would like to know that there's someone there telling people he doesn't eat there.
Yeah, yeah. The guy was so miserable. So anyway, night one is just a total fucking shit show. It was miserable. I was so pissed because I'd already spent like $600 in one day, and I was like pissed the fuck off because the hotel was 400 for 200 a night. I was just pissed off, angry. So Nick is still being a dick the whole night.
Plus your kids don't appreciate anything.
Right.
He's
So now we're gonna go to bed, and hotel beds. It's hit or miss in a hotel bed. This bed was so bad. I was up every hour because my fucking hips hurt, my back hurt, my legs hurt. The pillows were too squishy. Miserable night of sleep.
you're
So
like
now I'm
fucking
like,
you're like Princess and the Pea.
no, this was bad. This was bad. So anyway, we get next day. Monday comes. We wake up. All right, let's get some breakfast.
Yeah, it's funny. I
We're gonna
forgot.
attend
I'm like, why are they going like Monday and Sunday and
President's Day.
yeah, I forgot it was President's Day.
Yeah,
What a shit ass
yeah.
holiday. Get rid of that holiday.
Right. Seriously. So we wake up and we're gonna leave the dog. We're gonna go try to get breakfast. And now I'm like, I'm waiting for a fucking phone call. Thank God everybody was checking out of the hotel, so the hotel was like empty. So I'm like, okay, good. Nobody can complain. We go to breakfast and Gatlinburg's known for pancakes. I don't know why, but there's 400 fucking pancake restaurants in Gatlinburg. So I'm like, great, we'll get some fucking pancakes. We go to the first spot, hour wait. Okay, let's try another one. You ever heard of the Ruby Slipper, New Orleans
Uh,
restaurant?
Maybe.
It's a famous breakfast place. So they have one in Gatlinburg. So we go in, hour and 45 wait for
Even
fucking
on a Monday,
pancakes.
huh?
Let me tell you something. There were 17 tables open. So, I'm the guy who's like, I like kind of looked in and I'm like, hour and 45. There's all these. She said, "Yeah, I know there's tables over. We literally have nobody working. Like there's one person waiting tables right now." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So we go to the next place. Hour and a half wait. I'm like, we're not getting fucking pancakes today. Like this isn't happening. So we end up. The kids decide they want to go to this Mexican restaurant that's like been there forever since we've been going there years, and we've never had it. And it has like kind of like a rooftop bar and restaurant, whatever. So we go in, and no wait, sit right down. So now we can't get pancakes. I got to get a fucking Mexican food. So I order a quesadilla. Lex orders a burrito. Nick, in his angry state, orders chicken tenders at a fucking Mexican restaurant. I'm like, you know this is gonna be bad. And he's like, I don't want anything else. So food comes out. Of course, he's bitching because the Mexican chicken tenders are awful. My quesadilla was awful, and Lex's burrito was so rubbery you couldn't even cut it with a fork. It was like rubber. So we kind of milled through the meal. We eat a little bit, whatever. I complain. The guy basically tells me, "Go fuck myself."
Good.
Too bad.
I'm
So,
enjoying that you're having a miserable time.
oh,
By the
fucking
way, I'm
miserable
enjoying
trip.
all this,
Miserable.
especially since you brought that shit ass with you, and he's fucking crying and being a baby the whole time, and
Mm-hmm.
just can't
You
pull
can't
his
even talk to him. You
yeah
can't even say to him because he's got an excuse for everything. So it got to the point where I was like, you know what? This is why your fucking team hates you, and your coach wanted to kick you off, and Greg the Hammer Valentine, the athletic director, hates you. I go because you don't know how to shut the fuck up. You don't know how to just keep your mouth shut and stop acting like a little bitch. You're gonna be fucking 18 years old next year. Enough of your shit.
yeah.
This year, shit, December. Stop acting like a bitch. So
Can
you
I
can't tell him
can
nothing.
I cut a promo real quick? I
Yeah.
saw he did a TikTok. I guess he was in Gatlinburg when he did it
Oh, I'll tell you about that too.
with
Go ahead.
that
You
with
go
that
ahead.
with that little squirrely 2 second dance that y'all do, and it was on like some kind of boardwalk thing or something. I don't know where it was, but
I'll get to it. Yeah.
yeah. Well, but I noticed that he has all this nice swaggy clothes and these fucking kicks and this fucking hat and everything, and I'm like thinking, AJ, you had already told me that he was a fucking dickhead the whole fucking trick. And I'm like, look at all this nice shit that you buy for him. Probably, every time he asks for something, you just get it for him because you're a good dad and you have the money and you're fucking, and he's your son and whatever. But like, just like when something hit me when I saw the TikTok and saw him and all that shit, it really hit me like what an ungrateful little fucking prick that is. If that honestly, like if that was my kid, that'd be the last thing I bought for him till he turned 18 and was out of the fucking house. I'd be like, you've got enough clothes to last you till then. If you want something, get a job and buy it. If you need a book for school or something, come talk to me. But other than that, I don't want to fucking hear it. We are done. You have enough. That's what I thought when I saw that one TikTok had all those thoughts run through my head after hearing what a dick he was on your trip. And I'm like, it's like you're a better dad than I could ever be because you put up with his shit. You buy him nice shit. You're gonna fucking coach him in this league, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
He doesn't appreciate a. I hope he hears
Nothing.
this. I hope he hears this.
Yeah.
He doesn't appreciate a fucking thing you do for him. Let alone the fact that
Yeah.
you're doing this while working a full time job and being the only fucking parent, and you put
Right.
a fucking nice roof over his head. Kid's
Right.
never been hungry or cold in his fucking life. He's never wanted for any. I mean, man,
Right.
honestly, fuck your
Right.
kid. Fuck him.
I was so
Fuck your
I was
kid.
so mad. I
You're
made him apply for a job at Publix while we were there. I was like,
good.
apply for that job right now because you're going to start working, paying for your own shit.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow. Good for
we
you. Because you had the same moment I
yeah,
had, I guess.
yeah. Oh no, I don't ever yell. Like I was screaming at him in the car, and Lex was like, "Holy shit, that was scary."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, and she's being punished because we got to deal with this asshole."
Right.
So
Well, he's ruining.
you know,
He's not
right,
only like purposely going out of his way to not enjoy the trip. Like, why not just make the best of things? You're on a vacation,
right,
go have some fun, et cetera, et cetera. Instead, he's ruining three people's fucking vacation: his, yours, and hers. And he's doing it like
yeah,
effortlessly. Like it doesn't. He
Yeah,
doesn't even have to work hard to do it. He's that good at being a dickhead. So I'm
yeah.
sorry. I had to spice up your
No,
food
no,
journey because I was
yeah.
starting to nod off
No, you're right.
hearing
Yeah.
about quesadillas being
Oh,
rubbery.
the good part. I'm not even at the good part
Well,
yet.
I'm
So
just saying it's a slow build. That's all.
it's a slow build. This is like we got 60-minute time limit here. So uh, anyway, so okay, so we
He got
we
me
eat
so
the
fired
shitty.
up. Oh,
I know, shitty Mexican, whatever, blah blah blah. So we go back to the hotel for a little bit. We chill, and we're gonna leave the dog again because the dog's being good. So we decide we're gonna go back out, but Nick, in his, I'm gonna stay here. So he says he's gonna stay there.
good.
So we go out. We
Probably the
go out a
best
little
time you
bit.
had all fucking weekend.
Right. Well, we were gone for an hour, and he called, like, because now he wants to apologize, and
Too late.
because I told him he's gonna have to pay for everything, and he's
Too
gonna get
late.
a job, and so we don't go back and get him right away. We kind of me and Lex do some stuff, then we go get him because we're going to go to dinner eventually. So we get him, and we go to this go kart place, and he's like, I can't ride the go karts. I'm like, why? He's like, I have these nice shoes on. I can't crease them. I'm like, are you fucking serious? So I was like, you go whatever. That's when he made his TikTok at the go kart place. Me and Lex, me and Lex got in the go kart, and we got in. We fucking rode go karts for 30, 40 minutes. Well, he stupid ass made TikToks.
Well, I don't. He only made that one, and it's like 4 seconds
Oh,
long, and
yeah,
it's so the rest of the time he's twiddling his thumb, being mad at you guys that you went and did
yeah.
something fun, and he afraid of getting a little
Stood there.
dirt on his shoe. You know
Right,
the shoes that you paid for, anyways. Uh,
right.
uh, the
Mind you, he when he walked out of the hotel to like come meet us at the car, he got in the car and I was like, "Are you wearing Lexus pants?" He's like, "No." They were the tightest
I saw him.
black ripped jeans.
I
Right.
saw him.
I was like, "Are you sure you didn't accidentally put Lexus pants on?" Because I mean, and Lex is like, "I wouldn't even wear those." Like he just like I don't even know who he thinks he is.
Bro,
So
did you and I in high school when you were 17 give a shit about fashion like this?
I wore basketball shorts every day,
Yeah.
like or
I mean,
sweatpants. Like I didn't give two
there were
fucks.
things that were in like when well, I'm going to show my age here, but
Oh, right.
like parachute pants and Z
Yes,
Cavaricis
yes.
and
Z
things like
Cavariccis.
this,
I had a pair. Right.
but not like these fucking kids today with
No, no.
especially the sneakers and the caps, the ball caps. Between those two things, they are out of fucking control. They are so ridiculous. Like the
Yeah,
yeah, it's insane.
yeah. So totally insane. Yeah, I never did that. So we go karting. Of course, I get Lex's lapping me. Everybody lapped me. Like everybody that was racing lapped me, and I was
Cuz
like, what the fuck?
cuz everyone's cart is dragging 200 less pounds than yours.
Right, honest to God, I was like, all these skinny motherfuckers passed me. Like I was not really moving fast. So um,
Was the back was the back bumper scraping the ground?
there
Were
was
you sparking
sparks
out?
were flying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So anyway, we get done with that, and we we're gonna try Paula Dean's again. So we go back there, and I don't have reservations, and we walk in, and the lady goes, "There's no wait, nobody here,
Nice.
empty." So
Well, it must
walk
have been
in.
like an off time, like 3 in the
I
afternoon
guess
or
I
something.
guess no, it was about 5:30, six
Oh.
o'clock. So
But it was like a
about five,
what was it,
about
Monday
5:30.
Monday or two?
Monday,
Okay,
right?
yeah,
Monday.
so
So right. So we go in, have a great meal. So it's family style, all you can eat. So you order uh, two proteins, and then you order four sides, and then you can get as much of those proteins and sides as you want
oh my god,
until you're done. Right.
you must have been having a shit eating grin on your face.
Well, so we got fried chicken because that's like her thing, and we got spare ribs, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we ordered, and then for sides we got mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, cream of corn, and green beans.
And it's
Uh,
like family style, like everyone just digs in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, they
That's
give
cool.
you like bowls, and then everybody digs in. So we went through. We went. The spare ribs were good. Only I ate the spare ribs, but we went through the plate of chicken in like 2 seconds. So she's like, another chicken. We're like, another chicken. So she brings out another chicken. The chicken is like her fried chicken. It is amazing. Like I
Did
don't
you
know how they cook it.
did you look around like this has the vibe of like a buffet. So like Did you look around and notice that people were a little larger than at a normal restaurant?
So the guy at the table to the right of us was an easy 350,
I
easy
knew it.
350 pounds. And when he sat down, he couldn't even. They're all booths, so like he was struggling to breathe,
Yeah.
and his shirt was too short, so his stomach was sticking out. And he when the lady came over to take the order, he literally like went with like the most giddy like childish laugh, and she's like, "So you ready to order?" And he went, "Hee, yes." And I was like, we all looked over, and like Lex was trying not to laugh like visibly, and I was like, "This motherfucker is happy." Like he was so excited to order his food. And they bring out these little cheddar like cheese biscuits, uh, garlic and cheese. Oh my god, amazing! So you're done with this whole meal. Then they tell you everybody gets to choose a dessert at the end. So like her go-to is called Ooey Gooey Butter Bar. That's her signature dessert. So I got a chocolate one, and the kids got vanilla. Um, I didn't eat it though until today on the drive home. I literally couldn't eat anymore. I ate so much like of the other shit that like I could not eat anymore. And Nick ate a lot, so all of a sudden his attitude's changed. He's in this better mood, and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You bipolar?" And he was just like, better mood, like nothing ever happened. He got his Paula Deans. So we were so full that we had to go back to the hotel. Like we couldn't even function.
Mhm.
Uh, we got back to the hotel about 7 o'clock, and the kids just kind of hung out. They went down by the pool, the indoor pool, um, and yeah, I mean that was really it. But here's where it gets good. So
I knew. I knew. I have a feeling something's coming because you.
oh, it's coming. But we're leading into today. So uh, I we left the house Sunday. Now I did not take a shit Sunday. I did not take a shit Monday. I went 2 days without taking a shit.
that's
And
that's like the
right,
equivalent of, honestly, for you. That's like the equivalent of holding your breath for 10 minutes. I don't think it's. I didn't know it was possible.
right. Not only I ate all that shit food. I had pizza at one point on Sunday. I had
You would
alcohol.
you would think
Like
just the Paula Dean food would have greased those tracks like immediately.
right. So I can't go. I'm like rock hard. Like stomach is killing me. Like I'm. So we go to bed. Wake up this morning. I mean, I'm hurting. Like my stomach is hard, and I'm like, I literally cannot go to the bathroom. So we have a 4.5 hour drive home. So mind you, of this 4.5 hours,
Oh,
there's a solid.
I'm bummed you
There's
didn't
a.
plug the toilet there again.
Oh
That you did
no.
have.
There's a. There's a. Listen, if you are still listening to this podcast, like this ending is gonna blow Ben off. His socks are gonna fall off with this
Don't
ending. So
overpromise and underdeliver. That's the worst thing you can
so
do.
we get we get on the road this morning, and I mean I don't have any signs of having to go. I'm fine, and good thing because there's like a 2 hour stretch through the Smoky Mountains where there's literally nowhere to stop. You're driving through Smoky Mountain National Park, one lane each way. It's raining, and the Smoky Mountains is called the Smoky Mountains for a reason.
This is like this is like driving Alligator Alley or uh,
Only difference, right,
or
right,
driving the
right.
the bridge down to the Keys where there's like the long
Keys, right.
stretch. It's like if you didn't get gas, they have those
You're
last chance
fucked.
for gas
Yeah,
signs and stuff like that. Yeah.
right. Because yeah, there's no. You literally are in the forest. Like what are you doing over there, making all this noise?
I was scratching out some notes.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, okay. Well, so we're driving through this forest, and they got signs like beware of elk and bear, and you're like, what the fuck? Like you can't even pull over and take a shit. Like if you had to, you're in the forest, so it's so foggy though you cannot see like 2 feet in front of you. The fog is insane. It's absolutely insane. And it's raining. It's fucking raining,
What time of day is
and
this?
this was this morning at like 9 o'clock,
Oh,
and the roads are so windy that you have to go like 30 miles an hour, or you'll go. There's no guardrails. You'll just go right off the fucking cliff into the abyss. Like you're done.
the abyss.
So, so we get through there, and I end up seeing a Starbucks, and I still don't have to go to the bathroom. But my thought was, is let me get a cup of coffee. I mean, we're still about an hour and a half from home, maybe two
Here
hours.
we
So I'm like,
go.
let me get a cup of
Back
coffee. And
back to fucking Starbucks again.
listen,
I
it's the only
thought you
thing there
swore
was.
them off.
I'm back.
Here you are.
So anyway,
Just
I get my cup of Starbucks.
compromise
Nothing.
principles. Terrible.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So now we are about 10 minutes from home. This is where it gets good. We are about 10 minutes from home, and we're at. We're. My stomach starts rumbling, and I'm like,
It
"Oh
knows.
no!"
It knows it's near
Right.
home base. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, "Okay, I don't feel good now," and I start to sweat, and the kids are like, "You are." It's literally sweating. I'm pouring off my head, and I'm sweating, and I'm like in between wanting to puke and like I have to shit, and I'm like, "Oh no!" So I'm getting the contractions. They're coming. They come. I'm clenching cheeks. They're coming. They go away. Okay. I got another couple minutes till the next contraction. We're 10 minutes from home. So we come. There's a point where
You must be hitting
I have to turn.
every red light too.
Right. Well, so far no, but
Oh,
there's a point coming up where I have to go left to go home, or I could stop at the Chick-fil-A or the Kroger and take a crap. And I
I
said
can
I
do.
really gotta go.
I
And
can
the
do.
kids are like, we just want to get home. And I was like, all right, fine. So I make the left, and you'll never guess what pulls in front of me. Three fucking dump trucks. Three, not one, but three.
And they're
So
going
now
like at a crawl, right?
60 and a 55 because it's 55. They're going now. We're going like 10,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh no, this is bad. And the kids are laughing. They're like, this couldn't be written any more perfectly. All of a sudden, we come to a stop, and I'm like, what's going on? And there's a sign uh, that says "Flagman ahead." The fucking traffic is stopped on our side of the road, so they can let the other side of the road close, so they can let those cars go. So now we're dead stopped, literally stopped. Like they're letting cars on the other side of the road go because it's one lane each way, and that lane's closed. So they're driving in our lane. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the guys get the sign that
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
slow,
They
and the
turn.
other guys get the sign that says stop.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
They
So
turn
now,
a two way street
right,
into a one lane deal. Yeah.
right. So now the cramps are coming faster. We don't have 2 minutes in between anymore. We got like 30 seconds.
Right.
So I'm squeezing. I'm trying to readjust myself. They are crying, laughing. So finally, they allow us to go. We go. I'm driving like 65 miles an hour on this one lane road,
I don't know
and
why.
there's stop sign.
I don't know why you don't vlog this stuff. To be honest with you.
The shape that I was in at that moment, there was no vlogging. I was profusely sweating. I wanted to throw up.
You just need a GoPro on the dash. That's all you need, man.
Right. I found my GoPro, by the way, so that'll be coming. I got to charge it up. So anyway, I I'm I'm like getting nervous now because I know my time is shortening. We're about now. There's stop signs too. I'm fucking half stopping, blowing stop signs. There's nobody on the road, and it's getting worse as we get home. So now we're at the final stop sign before I make a left turn to go another. We're maybe 2 miles from the house,
What are you
and
wearing? Are you wearing basketball shorts?
I'm wearing basketball shorts
And what kind of
and my.
what's the situation of your upholstery? Is it leather? Is
So
it cloth?
I have cloth. I have
Oh,
I have basketball shorts on, and I
I just want to paint
I
the
I
danger
like
here because yeah,
right. And the kids are starting. They're laughing so much that I start laughing, and I'm like, please don't make me laugh.
right, because
I'm
that's
like,
just making
okay,
your
we're
gut
right,
move, which is
right.
shaking up
So
everything inside.
we're 2 miles from the house now, and like I know I got to get through one more stop sign, make a left into the neighborhood, jet down to the end of the neighborhood, and run inside. I didn't make it. I
What?
I couldn't hold my cheeks anymore, and all of a sudden I sharted, and I'm like, oh no, and they're like, the kids are like, what? I was like, I think I just shit myself. And Nick was in tears laughing, and he's like filming it on Snapchat at this point, and I'm like, I'm like. So now I'm sitting with my ass like up because I don't want to sit on it because I can feel like I sharted, like I definitely sharted, right? But I literally could not hold my ass cheeks any longer. Like it just came out.
You
Like it
need to
just literally came out.
you need to be sitting on a
So
magazine or something.
well no, I'm not even sitting. I'm literally hovering above the seat but driving.
Yeah.
And and they're laughing so hard, and I'm screaming at him. I'm like, I just shit myself, and you two are laughing at me. And Nick's like, oh, I'm gonna send this to everyone. I was like, I will fucking kill you if you send that to anyone. I will fucking kill you. And he's like, they're in tears
Why
laughing,
would he
and
Snapchat it? He'd like to send to like the eight people he knows.
because that's what stupid kids do.
Small minded
So
fucking kid, man.
so now I could feel like there's definitely like I something happened down there. I don't know what, but I can feel it. Like I know
You had a
that.
mudslide. You wrecked your shorts.
Well, so I am like I'm angry. I'm like so mad, but yet I'm laughing. And all I can think about is I can't wait to tell Ben this story on the podcast because like this has been literally the shittiest weekend ever. And what a way to fucking end it,
Punk,
shitting myself.
definitely the right proper punctuation for it. That's for
So
sure.
I'm like hovering, because I'm like, oh, this is so bad, and they're crying, laughing, and Nick's like, I've never met a man who shit himself so many times, and I was like, yeah, you're fucking 17, just wait, pal. So you got a long way to go. So we get to the house, and I fucking pull in, and now I'm like hovering, and I'm like, well, how am I gonna get out? I don't know what the damage is. I don't know how much is in there. I don't know what the damage is. If I get up, is it gonna leak on my leg? Is it gonna like I don't know. So I get out of the car like so stiff, and I like stiffly walk into the house because like I don't want to make any movement. And
I would have grabbed the I would have grabbed the like with my finger and thumb. I would have grabbed my shorts like like right on the center line of my thigh, right at the bottom of the shorts. I would have pulled them forward to keep the back half of my shorts pressed against the back of my legs to keep anything from falling out as I walked in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Pull
but
pull the
I
shorts
didn't
tight.
I didn't. I was so like I was going through all these emotions. Like I was like angry, I was mad, I was laughing.
Shame.
I couldn't wait to tell you. And the kids, yeah, the shame, and they were laughing. And so I'm like going, and Nick has the nerve to say, "You're going upstairs to use your bathroom, right?" I was like, "Fuck you! I pay the bills. I'm using the bottom bathroom." So I waddle in the bathroom, and I go see the damage. There was damage, my friends. We made some damage. Like I just sat on the toilet with my hand. I was so embarrassed at myself. I was like, what has happened to me? Like who does this more than once? Like this is not normal. But I was so mad because I knew I should have stopped at that Chick-fil-A and used the shitter because it's brand new. It just opened last week and it's got to be clean. But I thought I could make it home. But the three fucking dumpsters in the flagman slowed me down. I would have made it. I would have made it. But I didn't make it. So shitty weekend ended on a shitty note because I shit my pants and I had to yeah, I had to hop in the shower. I had to clean myself off in the shower and I just disgusted with myself. But all I could think about is, well, at least it makes for a good podcast story because he'll love that I shit myself today, ending the shittiest vacation ever. So there you
This
go, pal.
this is the
Put it up. Put
most
it up. The shittiest weekend ever.
I probably shouldn't use that language. Uh, Here's the deal. This entire journey was satisfying, even with that giant frustration of Nick in the middle, because even that had a resolution where now you're gonna make him get a job, and
You got a good job.
you're gonna fucking take him off the fucking the freebie train and make him fucking man up a little bit. But all the missing your reservation, the fucking the
Right.
dog
Everything
situation,
that
the
could have happened.
hotel situation, you shitting everything. This was so satisfying. Like good.
Right.
Fuck you and
Yeah.
fuck your vacation. That's what I'm thinking the whole time.
No,
Good,
horrible.
good.
Like, like it couldn't have. This was by far one of the worst vacations ever.
This
By
was
far.
Griswoldian in nature. This one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
100%. 100%. And it's funny because late last night, now I'm starting to piece it together, like because my stomach is really fucked up today. Like after, so like even now, like after I shit myself, I went to the bathroom. I've gone again, and I'm like, I feel like sick to my
What I just
stomach.
realized is that you shit yourself today, as like Like,
Oh, this was like today. This
no
was
wonder you
like
pushed it back till 5 and then 5:45.
not wait. This wasn't just today. This was recently, as I had to take a shower after and clean my ass out,
Mhm.
and and you know, like this happened like recently, and to make it worse, I feel like shit now, and I'm like, I was sweating in the car. I felt like I had a fever, like it's like pouring off my head with sweat. But late last night, after our Paula Deen excursion, around 9:30, we were hungry again, which sounds weird. And I went down to the hotel lobby and I ordered a steak with mashed potatoes,
You
and
fat
Nick got a
fuck.
cheeseburger. Nick got a cheeseburger with French fries,
Wait, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa,
I had a
whoa.
ginger ale.
Wait, you had a steak and a cheeseburger?
No, Nick had a
Oh,
cheeseburger and
okay,
fries.
okay,
I
okay.
had steak and mashed potatoes.
Oh my god.
So I ate about half the steak and half the mashed potatoes, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't eat anymore." Now I'm thinking, because the kids don't feel sick, I'm thinking the steak was tainted. Never order a steak from a hotel bar
Or,
again. Uh,
or, or you ate like a pig for 4 days and didn't shit for 4 days, and then,
could be it too.
then, the tax man came calling.
Right, probably what happened. But
That sounds more logical to me, especially after you ate something called a butter bar or whatever it was.
yeah, I ate that in the car today.
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
with
So
my
yeah,
Starbucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What
Yeah,
happened? Okay, so now I'm happy you pieced it together. Now I've pieced it together. You ate for 4 days. You didn't shit for 4 days. Then you ate something called a butter bar and threw coffee on top of it. And then we were
yeah,
sitting in a shitting position, which is sitting in a car for 4 hours driving back. Yeah, let me put that one together. Okay.
yeah. This was like, I mean, I like I don't even. I could not hold my shit anymore. Like I literally could not hold it any longer. I was like, I tried. I really tried to hold it together, and I thought I could make it that last 2 miles because I said I made it 8 other miles. I can make it this too, and I don't know what happened, but I got a cramp, and I was like, oh no, and I like my ass muscles just didn't work anymore. That was the end of it.
Hold on. That's
That was
that's that's the I made it
it. 8 miles.
8 miles. I can make it another two.
I did not make it. That's the end of the story right there. Uh, I had to throw my underwears away because I didn't even want to wash them at that point. Like,
No, no, no.
shit all
They're
over the place.
forever unclean, as they say in the league.
No, they're
Forever
done. They're
unclean.
done.
They're tainted for life.
Yeah,
There's some things that you can't come back from, and a pair
no.
of
And
underwear is
it's
not
funny
bouncing
because
back from a pant shitting.
no, right, right. But Nick, was trying to make fun of me. But if you remember, I'm pretty sure I told this on the podcast when I had to go pick up Nick from school because he shit himself. I told that story, didn't
I don't know that sounds very familiar.
I? I didn't tell that story
I don't think
because I
so.
made sure to bring it up to him, and he was like, "Okay, okay, let's not talk about it." 2 months ago, I dropped Nick off at school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally driving back home. I pull in the driveway and he calls me and I go, "What?" He goes, "You got to come get me." And I said, "Come get you. I just dropped you off like 10 minutes ago." He's like, "I sharted." I was like, "You what?" He's like, "I just farted and I shit my pants." And I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm in my friend's car. You got to come get me." So I go back to the school. I get him and he's like, I was like, "You're not going to sit on the thing." So I made him like levitate till we got back home, and he had to go in the shower,
Yeah,
and he had to throw his underwear away.
that's like when I shit myself in my friend's car, and I literally
Yeah,
had to like sit backwards with my knees on the
right,
seat, facing the
right,
back seat where my brother was sitting, laughing in my face, and I had to
right.
maintain eye contact with him, laughing at me while I had shitty pants,
Yeah,
and had
yeah.
to.
I dropped Nick off at school, and he shit himself, and I had to go right back around and get him, bring him home. He showered, changed his clothes, threw his underwear away, and I had to take him back to school.
It sounds vaguely
Yeah.
familiar, but I don't remember. It doesn't.
So yeah, so I was like, "Oh, you want to tell your friends? We can tell." He's like, "No, no, 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 no. okay, fine. I
Right.
was like, good. No, they all know if they listen to the podcast, Nick shit himself. So, uh,
Yeah. God forbid you
yeah,
actually
but
make a TikTok about him shitting himself and actually let everyone know.
let everyone know. Well, now he's got evidence of me shitting myself, so
Well,
this could be a shit war.
sorta. I mean, if he saved it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just so everybody knows, I had to go out and clean my seat with Resolve and some Lysol.
Oh, so
Uh,
there's a big skid, huh?
there was not a skid, but in my head, because I even took a flashlight to it to make sure no marks, but I was like, I'm not gonna smell it, but there's got to be a smell of shit on
So
that seat. So,
it was all like pinched in your cheeks, huh? It was like if you, it like
well,
if you,
I wouldn't say pinched, and it was spread across my cheeks
right, okay.
and everywhere. Like I started to wipe, and I was like, I gotta shower. This is a fucking massacre. Like, yeah. So it was bad. So anyway, I'm just glad I shit after a couple days, but man, what a mess. And you know what? You are lucky to have a podcast partner that does not mind talking about him shitting himself more than once on a
Why
podcast.
do I need a partner to talk about that?
That's true.
I handle that perfectly fine myself. What are you talking
True.
about?
True. True. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, shitty weekend. What a shitty week. I'm so glad to be home. And after I cleaned myself off, I was so mad. I went to Publix and got a Publix sub. And I might as well tell this story while we're here. Like, I just need to go to bed and wake up tomorrow and start fresh because I went to Publix and I went to go get a Italian sandwich with salami, the hot hot ham, all that. And I'm in line, and the girl goes, mind you, Cinnamon was there first of all, and Cinnamon was yelling at everyone, like she was just barking out orders left and right. And I was like, please let my son have to work for her because it would be great if Nick had to work for her because she is a fucking bitch. Um, I mean, she was yelling at everybody. It's uncomfortable. Like it's uncomfortable for the customers to hear it. So anyway, I'm in line, and the girl goes, "Are you here for a sub?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like I'm in the sub line. She goes, "I knew it." I'm in the line. She's like, "I know, but like, what if you wanted chicken?" And I was like, "No, but I'm in the sub line. I'm not in the chicken line." And I've never seen her before. She's brand new. So she's like, "All right, I can't wait to make it. What do you need?" And I said, "I need three." She goes, "Three?" And I said, "Yeah, three." So so I she does the first two. She does Nick and Lex's, and she says, uh, one has mayo, one doesn't. She goes, "Do you want me to write on there which one has mayo and which one doesn't?" And I said, "Yeah, because it's the same sandwich, one with mayo, one without." She wrote. I sent you guys a picture. She wrote W with a slash, and she wrote mail, MAIL,
with mail.
with mail. She wrote it, and the other one she wrote without mail. Same word, MAIL. Like she didn't know how to spell mayo.
Yeah.
So she hands it to me, and I'm like, clearly you cannot fuck up the word mayo. So
This is something that stuns me is that people don't know how to spell like words like that when like through your life you're grabbing containers like in at home or off the shelf or whatever.
right.
So you've got a mayo container at home with it properly spelled that your eye is looking at. Like
But it's not like she it's not like
your
she
eye has
misspelled
read
mayo.
your eye has read mayo and mayonnaise maybe 1,000 times shopping or just grabbing it out of the refrigerator or whatever. How do you fucking not know how to spell that?
But it's not like she misspelled mayo. She literally spelled a whole different word.
No, I
That has
understand.
nothing to do with mayo. Like, how do you even fuck that up? Like, mail is mail. There's no other way to spell. Well, unless you're spelling MALE, but she spelled
Yeah,
MAIL. Like, it's not even close to mayo.
mayo and mail.
Not even close.
It's close until the last little bit. Maybe in Huckleberry uh,
Right.
land with the southern accent, maybe it is closer than we think. I don't know.
Right. Right. So wait, it gets better. So
And so
then,
she's heard people pronounce it male, with some kind of
maybe.
drawl to it, mayo with some
Right.
kind of
Right.
drawl, and thought that that like the short for mayonnaise is male,
Right.
MAIL.
Right.
I don't know.
So then it's my turn for a sandwich, so I get an Italian. So she like takes the meat out and she's like just staring at it, and I'm like, And she's like, "Did you say Publix?" And I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay." So she like gets instead of Boar's Head. So she gets the Publix meat out and she looks up and she goes, "Thank you for your service." So I'm like, "Huh?" She looks around me and goes, "Thank you for your service." So I turn around, there's a cop behind me. He's so clueless, he looks behind him. He's like, "Huh?" She's like, "You, sir, thank you for your service." He's like, "Oh, thanks." Like he had his like cop jacket on. I don't even know how she noticed it. But when I turned around, he turned around because he was like, "Who the fuck is she talking to?"
Right.
I'm like,
But
"I think you."
but
Yeah.
you don't really like. Do you really
Thank
do
a
it for?
cop for this.
It's like for military people, isn't it?
Right. So he was looking for a military person, and so was I.
Right.
And he's like, I said, "I think she's talking to you." He's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Oh, thanks." And she's like, "You're welcome." And we both look at each other. He's like, "I don't even know what that was." So, because he thought there was somebody behind him.
Right.
So,
He's expecting to see a marine behind him or something.
right. So then she goes to make the sandwich. She's got the meat in. She's got the cheese, the mayo, the spicy mustard.
Male.
And then she says, she had the mayo. She says, with toppings. First topping I say is black olives. She goes, "We don't have any black olives." What do you think my response is at a supermarket? I said, "This is a supermarket. You don't have black olives. You can't go get some off the shelf." Or, and she goes, "Oh no, we have them. I just didn't get them." And I was like, "Okay, cool. So I want black olives." She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't get them yet." And I was like, "Well, can't you go get them now?" And she's like, "I can't."
I mean, that's ridiculous that she's gonna go get it at
So,
that moment. That's ridiculous. But
what if the guy behind me wanted? What if the cop, who she just thanked for his fucking service,
I
wanted black olives?
I feel like it would have to be on a break when there's no one there wanting sandwiches that you would have to go get more black olives.
There were people standing around playing with themselves. She couldn't have said,
Cinnamon
"Can
ain't gonna
someone get me black olives?"
Cinnamon ain't gonna let her fucking run off for black olives. Come on.
Cinnamon should have went and got. So anyway, I'm fucking pissed. I don't get black olives. So she puts
Black olives
the other
suck
toppings
anyways.
on,
It's better.
and
It's
she's
better you
but
learn.
she's doing the toppings so shitty, so like there's a technique to making a fucking sandwich, and she's got. I, can I get banana peppers? She puts like four on a foot long sandwich,
You're
and I'm like, what? I get one each bite?
wait till your son's working there and
Yeah,
you're trying to get
not
him to do it.
confident enough to make a sub. Come on. So anyway, she fucks up my whole sandwich. So I said, "Can I get salt and pepper?" She just blatantly doesn't looks at me and does not put the salt and pepper on. So closes it all up. I'm like, "Holy shit!" So the cop is like, I said, "Good luck," and he said, "Oh God," because like he witnessed this. So I went and did an entire shopping. Like I went around the whole store, got stuff everywhere throughout the store. I came back around to the deli because I forgot cheese. He was still waiting for her to make his sub. It was like 15 minutes later. I was there for 20 minutes for three
You know
sandwiches,
what happened?
and he was
She went for the
still.
black olives.
She probably got the black olives, right? Honestly, I think she was just slow in making. She was like in another world. So I went and bought black olives because I really wanted them. So I went and bought a jar for two more fucking dollars of black olives. Publix ripped me off. I got to make a tweet about this because that's bullshit.
You'll tweet this, but Jesus, you're ridiculous.
So, and I forgot to get cheese. So I went back around. And I had to go to the deli. So he's getting his sandwich still. He like looked at me. We both laughed. And then I asked the lady for cheese, and I wanted to get some ham, some sliced ham. So she pawns it off to some other guy. He's new. He can't figure out the bags like that they put it in. So he puts the ham in the bag, but he breaks the little zipper thing. So then he takes that bag to put it in another bag, but he breaks that one. And he's like, "I just don't know what's wrong with these bags." I was like, "Put it in another bag. Don't even touch it. I got it." So he puts it in the bag. He throws it on the counter at me. And I said, "Thanks." He just turned around and walked away. Like he was mad that I said, "Just give me the fucking Ziploc." I Ziplocked it. So now I got 1 pound of ham in three fucking Ziploc bags because he couldn't Ziploc two of them. And I Ziplocked it, and I was like, well, "This is so insane." Like I don't know where they hired this new batch of people from, but uh, only saving grace of today was Ben came out from the back, and he was like, "My boy." I was like, "What up, Ben?" And I said, "Man, what is up with all these new people?" He's like, "They fucking suck." I said, "Yeah, I see." He goes, "That's why I stay in the back and make the chicken." He just stays in the back and makes the fried chicken. He's like, "I don't want nothing to do with these people." I was like,
Smart
"Yeah, they
guy.
are horrible, horrible." So
Is he saying
yeah.
it loud enough for them to hear? That's the best part if he
Oh,
is.
He came out shaking his head, and he's like, "They're horrible." Like he just doesn't care. Yeah. And Cinnamon was yelling at somebody, and he like looked over her. He looked at me. He rolled his eyes. He goes, "That's why I only work 2 days a week." Fucking Cinnamon. So yeah. So he did tell me he has a window cleaning business. So he does that full time, and he only works at Publix 2 days a week. So window cleaning, tattoo face Ben.
Yeah.
So tells me he does the big windows. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. It was just I just need to start over tomorrow. Fresh start.
Fresh start.
Fresh start.
What are you weighing in
Yeah.
at here after this trip? You think?
I don't know. Should we do like a live weigh-in?
I mean, maybe because didn't Speedy send a picture and he was up a pound?
Speedy's like a fucking yo-yo.
Yeah. Well, you are too.
77.1.
Let's say it again. You faded out there.
277.1.
So you're up a little bit, huh?
I'm up a couple pounds.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Nighttime though.
All right. This is gonna
I
be
just need a public sub.
this race to losing 20 pounds is gonna take like fucking 14 months here.
It's never gonna happen.
I'm gonna jump in this week. I think.
There we go.
I'm just gonna slam. I'm just gonna dunk on both of you. It's gonna be a
Here we go.
one nut for each of you when I posterize you.
Oh god.
All
Oh, I'm done.
right, good. I'm done too. You kind of wore me out with this one. It was a lot of like.
Yeah.
There was a
I
lot
got
of
a
like,
stomachache.
just like ordering and a lot of just a little too much detail on the food stuff this time for me. I started. I don't know if I got hungry or tired, but
I
it was
don't
one
care
of the.
about you. I care about the people.
Yeah, well, trust me. If anyone represents the people, it's this guy right here.
Oh. All right, I'm done. Goodbye.
All right, go eat something.
Yeah, I can't. I'm nauseous.
Just
Goodbye.
grab that jar and a spoon and eat all those black olives, you fat fuck.
Goodbye.